Hey, Ryan here. Today we're going to talk about why you'd want to switch from manual testing to automated testing. So funny story, I was in a mastermind this morning with other software founders, and someone asked me, why would you want to switch from manual testing to automated testing? Now, I should immediately have an answer to that, but it was early in the morning. I was on my first cup of coffee, and I kind of struggled a little bit. And part of the reason why is that in my mind, I never want to manual test anything. I think manual testing sucks. And it surprised me that anybody would maybe question that or think otherwise. And so today I just wanted to reclaim my pride and create a quick video on just some top level reasons why you'd want to make the transition to automated testing. The first reason is that, yes, it does suck. Like if you're testing and retesting, especially when it comes to regression testing, the same features or functionality over and over again, you really need to automate those tests. Like it's not the best use of your time to continually manual testing those features in that subset. So from an organizational standpoint, your organization will be much more efficient if you have more automated tests. It requires less human capital. Another reason is that because manual testing is slower than automated testing. I mean, we're talking, minutes to hours versus seconds to minutes with automated testing. You can become a bottleneck to deploying features and functionality for your web application as a manual tester. So you will speed up the iteration of being able to deploy new features and functionality of your product out into the world to your customers. Also, when you have automated testing, it makes it much easier to share that testing knowledge with other people because the automated tests kind of become documentation of themselves. And some organizations are really good at creating detailed test plans that are shared with the whole team. However, some are not. And so what automated testing does is actually kind of enforces these, it's code that is documented, these are the things that we are actually doing within the test. So anybody should be able to take that and run with it and either run the test or at least look at what's being tested. That said, what happens if you get hit by a bust theory? If you're a manual tester and you have all this knowledge of as far as what things need to be tested kind of in your head or your own personal notes, and you have your own individual process that's not well documented, what happens if you get sick or you're not available? Well, that's really hard for someone else to pick up and move forward with where you left off. So with an automated test, someone can just run it, whether you created it or not. It makes a much more dynamic team and makes you much faster to deploy code. Just checking my notes here. And lastly, we did kind of cover that it's just inefficient to be manually testing features over and over again. You can't avoid it when you're doing exploratory testing. When you have a new feature or a new section of your web application, you will have to do some manual testing. But after you run through it the first time, you should have a pretty good idea of how to automate it. And it should be automated testing thereon. So those are just some ideas of why manual testing is not the best way to move forward if you're going to test something more than once. If you're going to test something more than once, automate it. It's the best way to scale your efforts. So thank you for watching. See you next time.